BIMSTEC disaster management exercise was conducted by National Disaster Response Force as a lead agency in India. BIMSTEC recently had a disaster management exercise. We all know what is BIMSTEC, Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation. BIMSTEC recently had a disaster management exercise. The first disaster management exercise by BIMSTEC, and India's National Disaster Management Response Force is a lead agency for this. Next, Navika Sagar Parikrama. Navika Sagar Parikrama. INSV Tarini. INSV Tarini. This is a star mark question. INSV Tarini, led by all women crew to circumnavigate the globe. It's a 5-legged expedition started in Goa. It was flagged off in Goa by Nirmala Sitharaman, our defense minister. So, first point is at Goa. Then it went to Fremantle, Fremantle, Australia. Fremantle is in Australia. Littleton, Lyltle, Littleton, New Zealand. Port Stanley, Port, Port Stanley, Falkland Island, UK. You all know, near South America, near Argentina, there is a small island called Falkland Island. The Falkland Island is in the occupation of UK. Argentina is disputing the UK sovereignty over Falkland Island. You might get a prelims question. Falkland Island belongs to UK. Which country is claiming? Argentina. And the next leg is Cape Town, South Africa. There are total 6 crew, including the commander. All crew are women. The commander is Vartika Joshi. The commander is Vartika Joshi. The INS Tarini was started to demonstrate Nari Shakti, to transform societal attitude and mindset towards women, to transform societal attitude and mindset towards women. And in INS Tarini, they might give remote questions like, for example, INS Tarini have passed through Cape Levin, Leewin, Cape Levin, Leewin, where it was located near Australia. Cape Horn, near Chile. Cape Levin, near Australia. Cape Horn, near Chile. The indigenously built INS Tarini is a 56-foot sailing vessel which was inducted in the Indian Navy in 2017. It was inducted in the Indian Navy in 2017. Next, FATF, Financial Action Task Force. FATF. It was founded in 1989 on the initiative of G7 countries, the developed countries. Basically to combat money laundering. In the year 2001, its mandate was expanded to include terror financing also. In the year 2001, its mandate was expanded to include terror financing also. You may get a question on FATF, money laundering and terror financing. And recently they were discussing on to include blood diamonds issue, the diamond trade issue also. There are 37 member countries in FATF, 37 members, out of which 35 are countries plus Gulf Cooperation Council and European Commission. Out of 37 members in FATF, 35 are countries plus Gulf Cooperation Council and European Commission. This is FATF. And in FATF, individual investors are allowed. individual investors are allowed to invest from one country to other country, FATF member countries. In FATF member countries, there is one point called QFI, Qualified Foreign Investor. In QFI, individual investors will also can invest from one country to other country in FATF countries. They are called QFIs, Qualified Foreign Investors. Recently, FATF raised caution and kept Pakistan under grey list. So they are considering Pakistan is a precarious country with respect to money laundering and terror activities. This is called FATF, Financial Action Task Force. Next, Pelindaba Treaty. Pelindaba Treaty. This treaty belongs to Africa. The treaty controls supply of uranium from key mineral hubs of Africa. Pelindaba Treaty controls supply of uranium from key mineral hubs from Africa to the rest of the world. It was signed in 1996 and came into force in 2009. Pelindaba Treaty was signed in 1996 and came into force in 2009. It is also called as African Nuclear Weapons Free Zone Treaty. It is also called as African Nuclear Weapons Free Zone Treaty. Its aim is to prevent nuclear proliferation and preventing strategic minerals of Africa from being exported freely from Africa to other countries. India had a nuclear deal with Namibia. Now Pelindaba Treaty have become an obstacle to India to import uranium from Namibia. In total, in the world countries, India has signed civil nuclear deal with 14 countries in the world. India has signed civil nuclear deal with 14 countries in the world. Argentina, Australia, Canada, Czech Republic, France, Japan, Kazakhstan, Mongolia, Namibia, Russia, South Korea, UK, USA and Vietnam. These are the 14 countries with which India have nuclear deals, along with the country called Namibia, which is in the African region. This is the importance of Pelindaba Treaty. And next, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Shanghai Cooperation Organization is very important for exam. SCO. China, Russia, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan. In last year, India and Pakistan joined. China, Russia, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, India and Pakistan. India and Pakistan recently joined. There is no Turkmenistan. There is no Turkmenistan. Because India and Pakistan joined in SCO recently, SCO is very important for prelims. The membership in SCO is very important. And in SCO, there is one small subgroup called RATS, R-A-T-S, Regional Anti-Terrorism Structure. They might also ask question about RATS, Regional Anti-Terrorism Structure, RATS, RATS. RATS means Regional Anti-Terrorism Structure. Next, NAFTA, NAFTA, North American Free Trade Area. NAFTA is an agreement signed by Canada, Mexico and US. NAFTA is an agreement signed by Canada, Mexico and US, creating a trilateral bloc. And recently, last year, Trump had a lot of objections over NAFTA. In fact, he wanted to build a wall between America and Mexico. So for that reason, NAFTA is in news. For that reason, NAFTA is in news. Next, BCIM. BCIM, Bangladesh, China, India, Myanmar. The BCIM Economic Corridor is a multimodal transport corridor. The BCIM Economic Corridor is a multimodal transport corridor with an aim to connect India, Calcutta in India, Kunming in China. With an aim to connect Calcutta in India, Kunming in China, Bangladesh in Dhaka, Mandalay in Myanmar. Calcutta in India, Kunming in China, Bangladesh in Dhaka, Dhaka in Bangladesh, Mandalay in Myanmar. So this is called BCIM, to connect road, rail and air linkages, basically road rail linkages. That's called BCIM. Bangladesh, China, India, Myanmar. Next, Gulf Cooperation Council. Gulf Cooperation Council is in news because most of the countries now, Qatar is against many countries and some of the countries in GCC are against Qatar. GCC is in news. Gulf Cooperation Council is a political and economic alliance. Gulf Cooperation Council is a political and economic alliance of 6 countries in Arabian Peninsula. They are Kuwait, Oman, Bahrain, Qatar, Saudi, UAE. Kuwait, Oman, Bahrain, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, UAE. These are the 6 countries in Gulf Cooperation Council. It promotes economic, security, cultural and social cooperation between these 6 states. Economic, security, cultural and social cooperation between these 6 states, and holds annual summits to discuss cooperation in regional affairs. To discuss cooperation in regional affairs. Next, SAARC. SAARC, SAARC. South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. Formed in 1985. December 1985. In SAARC, basically there are 7 countries. In 2006, Afghanistan joined. Now there are 8 countries. India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Maldives and Afghanistan. India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Maldives and Afghanistan. The headquarters of SAARC are at Kathmandu, Nepal. 32 years have passed after the inception of SAARC, but it was not that successful organization. The reasons are many. Unanimity rule. Unless all SAARC countries' leaders attend, SAARC summit will not be held. Unless all SAARC countries' leaders attend, SAARC summit will not be held. And second reason is Indophobia. All the neighboring countries believe that India is showing big brotherly attitude. And the intra-regional trade of SAARC countries is 5% compared to their international trade. And even the SAFTA, South Asian Free Trade Area, SAFTA, South Asian Free Trade Area, it has to come into full force in 2016, but even it was not that successful. So SAARC till now had only 18 summits. The 18th summit is at Nepal. The 19th summit, which has to be held in Islamabad 2 years back, have postponed indefinitely because of Pathankot incident. Even if a single country does not attend, the SAARC will not be conducted. The SAARC summit will not be conducted.